Well, morning all. Sunday morning. We are at Stafford Showground. You can probably see it in the background there. It's we met up with a few old friends, and we will do throughout the day. As always, everyone, sit back and enjoy the show. One man here needs no introduction. It's the ever young-looking Mr. Richard Knowles, who we went to see last year, who looks even younger than he did the last time we saw him. We'll talk Facebook later, Rich, that's fine. And then this man in the middle is positively terrified, Andy. You don't need to be terrified. You don't need to be terrified. These two chaps have been instrumental in the recreation of the London Fancy. Two more modest men you couldn't meet in terms of what they've done. And I've filmed a little bit already of the Londons today, and we'll be back to see who's done well. But you must be delighted, the pair of you, with the turnout, yeah? Yeah.
Good entry of birds, we've got like 30 bird entry and all pretty good.
Yeah.
Just looking at them. So vast improvements year on year, so we're getting there with them.
And long may that continue, chaps, because it is of all the episodes that we've done on the Canary Room, and there's a lot. It still is one of the ones that gets watched and watched and watched. So as I look every week at the top viewing ones, London is in the top 5 every week. So you've sparked interest. Great credit to your pair of you with determination and hard work. So we will be back later on.
Yeah.
Thanks, chaps.
Thanks, Matt.
Cheers. Right, everyone. This man next to me here is actually crouching down. This is renowned for his whippets. Internationally renowned for his whippets. It is Russell Sykes. If you stand up, mate, then everyone will see how tall you are and how not tall I am. As well as zebra finches, you've got Yorkies now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Yorkshiremen in Yorkies.
Yes, definitely.
So come on, tell me how you got on this year.
What in dogs?
Well, I know the dogs. I see that on Facebook all the time. The dogs you've dominated.
We've had a difficult first year breeding, Matt.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed it. We've bred a few. We've got a few away. Wanted to bring a few today, but not quite ready. So they'll be out later this season. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't rush up. Listen, it's always good to see you. Go on, tell us about the dogs.
It's my life basically.
Yeah.
I've got another good year with dogs. Yeah. Whippets and Yorkies.
Whippets and Yorkies.
Yeah.
He's got the flat cap as well, just in case anyone was wondering. Listen, I'm getting arm ache here because I'm having to lift this up, and I'm on tiptoe as well. Always good to see you, mate.
And you,
take care.
Take care.
Cheers.
All right, buddy.
Well, look who I found. Another familiar face to the channel. It is, of course, Dave Rance, the Gloucester man. And Dave, you're here in a judging capacity.
Yes,
today,
I have a few Gloucesters to judge. Not many, but hopefully next year it will improve a little bit and everything. So they've got a marvellous display down here and everything. So everything should go okay.
Yeah, no, I think so. It seems to be this year that the borders are back. The British are back, and there's
the Gloucesters. I think we'll be better next year. So a bit more publicity and that, and paper schedules out. We'll be okay.
Yeah. Super stuff.
Yeah.
Well, always good to catch up with you, mate.
Yep. All right. That's
See
good,
you
man.
soon.
Yep.
Take care.
Yep.
Look who I found. When I say found, I knew he was here because I've arranged to meet him. It is, of course, Kenny Masterman. And with Kenny, it's 2 years, isn't it, since we visited?
It is, yes.
Yeah. Still gets plenty of views, the show, so well done you. And you bought a couple of birds. I mean, some of them might be in the Canary Room soon.
Yes.
But it won't be the crossbills, Kenny. No. Should we talk about the crossbills, Kenny? No, we're not going to talk about the crossbills. But remember that Kenny had some Himalayan green finches that were there, and then some parrotlets, and then this year you've had some. I've seen a goldfinch in your room, Kenny.
Bred some hybrids.
Bred some hybrids, yeah.
So I've got a new challenge.
New challenge now, what?
Yes.
Clear the decks and just keep one variety.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the way forward. As we know.
Yeah. There'll be no extra birds coming in Kenny's shed, will there, Kenny? No. You'll go home with nothing from the show today, will you?
Lots of empty cages.
Yes, absolutely. Well, listen, it's absolutely wonderful to catch up with you, mate. And don't forget, if you haven't watched the episode with Kenny, have a really good look at it because it's a cracker. I'm not going to say this fella looks a bit like he'd been out last night. I'm not going to say it at all. But he looks like he's been out last night. Now, isn't it fair to say, Shane, that I have been the busiest person on your stand today.
You've been about 10 minutes and that's just filming now.
And literally, stuff has been flying out.
It has, yeah.
Stuff has been flying out, but it's not because I've been there. I've been wandering around saying hello to people. We found Shay.
Yeah.
He's an absolute legend.
We've met a lot of new people today as well, so it's been really good.
We have, and it's fair to say, mate, it's your first time, isn't it, with a stand here?
Yeah.
It's quieter here than it has been in recent times,
Yeah.
but
gone
okay
okay
so far? Yeah, good.
Really good. If they stop dropping stuff.
Yeah, that's Jamie. Careless Sands.
Oh, Chris.
Careless Sands, the pair of them.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, and you've got some birds in as well, haven't you? So we'll catch up with you.
44 together.
44.
Yeah.
It's been doing it show cages all weekend. All right, we'll catch up with you in the show hall as well, mate.
Yes. I'll see you then.
Cheers. Look who I found. Look, it's the young one, the better looking one, the intelligent one. The one who, if you haven't subscribed to his channel yet, you need to, because he needs to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Not got far to go though, mate, have you?
No, exactly. I think we're about 800 away. So subscribe to OC Avery, please.
OC Avery, and you're here and you put on a little display, Ollie. It's like not a little display at all, is it? It's 3 big flights with lots of lovely stuff in.
Exactly. That's exactly it. We've got some hawfinches, we've got some song thrushes, and we've got some lesser red poles as well. So it's absolutely cracking, and it's quite a hit. A lot of people are really enjoying it so far.
Ollie has tried to convince me to take the song thrushes, but I've shown some, unusual for me, I've shown some self-control.
I'll continue to try. I'm sure you'll leave with them at the end of the day.
Yeah, coming soon to the Canary room near you. As always, mate, good to catch
Yeah,
up.
thank you, mate.
Cheers. Look who we found. It's Peter Harrison, the zebra man. Although I'm not going to move the camera down any further because he's got a particularly bad top on. Oh, I've just caught the top of it. I'm gonna have to wash myself. Pete, it's lovely to see you.
Yeah, you as well.
Yeah, you're all right. You've done good show. You enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's
good.
good to get back on the horse.
Yeah.
Not shown now for 3 years, so nice to get back.
Dusted off your show cages.
Yeah, that was a challenge.
It's a god awful job.
You do forget just how detailed getting 16 cages of birds is to get in, get to a show, and obviously get them benched. It's a young man's game. But you do forget.
You do, honestly. And the pair of us are young men, Pete, so we're all right.
Kind of.
We can still do
Kind of, yeah.
Well, listen, cracking to see you, mate.
Yeah, you as well,
All
mate.
right, you take it easy.
Yeah.
Look who I found. It's Mr. Skinner Reid.
Very pleased to see you.
I tell you what, Donald, we still get a lot of people watching your episodes. Yeah, it's wonderful. You've done well today, so your Scots have done well, and your Belgians have done. Yeah, so not bad. Best Scots, best Belgian. You haven't bought any of those other things when you have.
I only played the one that took second place. I'm very pleased to the one that won best because it came from my Scot, so that's fine.
Oh, very good. So it's a victory on that kind as well. Wonderful. Well, I've filmed the Scots and I've filmed the Belgian. I ain't filming the Canucks. All right, I might. I feel like I should now. Wonderful. Always a pleasure to see you. We're going to come up and see you again later this year, if that's okay.
Happy to host you.
Wonderful. It's a stunning suit. And the birds aren't bad either, but you know, you'll stay for soup.
Tomato.
Lovely. Good to see you, mate. Cheers. We saw you at the beginning of the show. It's now after the show. It's the after show party. And fair to say, you've done quite well with the London Fancy again, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, I'm happy to say,
Yeah. Honestly, he is, considering everything he's done, he's one of the most modest men I've ever met. I would be if my figure allowed me to. I'd be doing handstands and cartwheels around here, but clearly I can't do that, Richard, because those days are behind me. So, tell me about the Londons that won, because it was was it a fawn, a white?
No, it's a classic.
A classic that's
Chalk and black, yellow and black. The fawn was best white, and then the spangleback was best spangleback, which was also the yellow and black.
Right.
I'm more interested in the novice boy who came to me last year, borrowed a couple of birds, and he got best novice, and he's got some birds that look like London Championship, and that's more interesting. And next year I'll hope to see 4 novice exhibitors here, and that's what I do about it. It's nice to do well myself, but I want to see it expand. That's the main thing.
Brilliant stuff. You see, I told you it was modest. It's cracking to see you. We'll come back down and see you soon.
Yeah, do.
All right. Cheers, Rich. Who it is? Sharon Kendall, everyone. Much love, Sharon Kendall. Best champion today, Shaz. Very well done. Lovely bird, actually. Really nice bird. You've got some nice birds, haven't you? You've done all right today.
We've done well. We've just got to settle a little bit more, a little bit better.
Yeah. Sharon hates the camera. Sharon absolutely hates it. But there are some lovely birds there. Well done, Angel. Lovely to see you. Look, we can see the 2 mats are back in the room. So, this is a slight follow-up from the show that we've just done that you've just watched. So, it's 2 weeks after we filmed that show. And we are at the National in Stafford for the one of the biggest first bike shows. And you've done all right, mate, haven't you?
Okay, mate.
Done okay. So you've got a couple of birds on the top table, which is good.
Yeah.
First show.
Yeah, first of the year. It's early. Still a number of birds that aren't quite ready. You never know how they're going to show, early on. But 8 firsts. I put 20 birds in 8 firsts. A few seconds, 2 up there. So no, all in all, first show, it's a good start.
Got to be happy with that.
Yeah.
Got to be happy with that. Less said about mine, the better. Although I did win the heavily variegated buffet class.
Oh, there you go.
Adam and I share the same barbers. How much do you pay for yours?
It's a regular occurrence.
Yeah. It's the I was going to say Brasso, but it's not Brasso, is it? It's Pledge. So, Adam, chairman of the Fife Canary Council.
That's me.
First Fife Canary Council show of the season. It's been a better, mate, hasn't it?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just great to see everybody back together again, everybody enjoying themselves. Some fantastic birds, Matt, I tell you. The competition and some of the birds in that novice section.
Very nice of you to notice my birds, Adam.
Absolutely. I was novice.
To you, my friends, to you. But no, it has, mate, it has, and I think you're right. I think what's really encouraging, given the sort of the churn in the novices, it's been really encouraging to see some new names up there with some really, really nice birds. The best in the show today is a novice bird.
Correct.
Really, really nice bird. Really, really nice bird.
And also some of the novices going up to champion and on the top table as well.
Which is no mean feat. No mean feat at all. So, really competitive. Well done to everyone for the show.
Henry's done a cracking job, hasn't he?
Yeah, been a cracker. Thanks,
Excellent.
mate.
You're welcome. Cheerio.
Look at this, we've got Kev Taylor. How are you?
Hello, man.
And I believe one of them turkeys in front of me. They're not turkeys, are they? They're greenies. I believe one of them's not only yours, but it's won the show.
Yes, mate.
Well done. I am, of course, taking the mickey, but Kev has got a wonderfully dry sense of humour, a little bit like me. So I'm hoping that he'll be happy with that. So tell us about the winning bird, Kev.
It's a young green fincher. I've been kept British fincher a lot of years, but green fincher I've been concentrating for about 10 years now. The birds come from Mark Ashby, the Chaucer. Like I said, I've been working with them for 10 years, and that's the...
Right, so the the camera had a little bit of a fit there, Kev.
Yes,
the camera obviously had too much beer last night. So Greedy Hen worked on them for a long time, and you were just saying as I was fixing the camera that it's third time on the trot at Stafford with Greedy Hens. So that's
all young Greeny Hens, 3 shows on the top.
That's impressive. Well, we'll have a little look at her now. I mean, she's a beast, mate, isn't she?
Quite a big hen.
Yeah.
Quite a big hen.
Lovely.
But she's a good colour for her.
Yeah. Good stuff. Super stuff. Well done, mate.
Thanks, mate.
And you're in, there's some esteemed company here in terms of greeny men as well.
Oh,
so.
Jack Lloyd, Terry McCracken.
Yeah, I've seen them both, a couple of absolute legends. And
yes, mate.
So you're in good company, but you're fast becoming a legend yourself.
Oh, thank you very much, Matt.
All right, you take it easy. Good to see you.
Cheers, Matt.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Well, good morning all. It's early October. It's a Sunday morning. It's my first judging engagement of the year. Bittersweet, really. It is a show. In fact, it's one of the only caged bird societies left around my area. It's Runcorn and District CBS, and they're putting on their Cheshire Classic today. I say bittersweet. It's a real privilege to be asked to judge the show. It is a show that I have won before now, and that was a real achievement for me, and based on what this show meant. But I say bittersweet because today's show is a memorial show. It's a memorial show for a gentleman, and I mean that in every sense of the word. A memorial show for a gentleman called Bob Norman. Bob was heavily involved in the borders, the Border Canary section, an incredible administrator, and did an awful lot of work, largely unnoticed in the background. So one of the fancy sort of administration stalwarts. So as I say, bittersweet. I was lucky enough to win the show a few years back now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's out there. I'm looking forward to seeing what I'll get to judge today. And I'm looking forward to bringing you a few little snippets of today's show. I was delighted when I got into the show hall to see a fair selection of fifes that I was going to be judging for the day. A very good range of quality birds from some of the local exhibitors. You can see here a few sort of pans of the fifes, by far the most birds on there. But what's always impressed me with Runcorn and the Cheshire Classic has been the range of variety of birds that it gets. It was in a new show hall this year, a very nice show hall. And you can see there were razzers, there were other colour canaries, there were Gloucesters, there was a small show of Borders, and we saw some parrot-like as well, and some budgies, which you can hear before you see, and a good strong selection of British birds, which really impressed me. So a nice sort of traditional CBS, and I think the staging and the organisation of the day had really done Bob proud. As I came to make the top awards, in the Fife section, the Birds Blue and a Cinnamon of Paul Glover took the top 2 champion awards, and Matt Dando won a number of colour specials, and he won first and second best Fife in show, as well as best novice and best Fife. And the best Fife was a lovely little variegated bird that we can see here. So our October show season so far, well, it's been curtailed a little by bird flu. So regrettably, I wasn't able to go to Canada, and the Northwest show has been cancelled as well. So we will be heading up to Scotland, and I will be back on the bench. Until next time, everyone, take care.